Cross-conference action on this Saturday evening in the USL Championship presented by Montage Health. It's Monterey Bay FC welcoming Birmingham Legion FC to Cardinale Stadium in Seaside, California. Happy to have you with us this evening on the Galazzo Network. Alongside Marion Crowder, I'm Joe Malfa. These two teams in very different parts of the standings in their respective conferences. Standings brought to you by Coastal Roots. Birmingham Legion with a win tonight, an opportunity to vault above the playoff line. They're unbeaten in their last 5. We'll talk about that a bit more in a second. Different story on the other side. Monterey Bay in the cellar without a win this season. Been very difficult for Monterey Bay. There's been a coaching change mixed in there. They're trying to rejigger the lineup. Simply put, it's been poor.
It has. It certainly has, and it's all because of the amount of goals conceded. Third most in the league. They have failed to get a sheet in their last 6, and they're going to be looking to shore up defensively. But the defenders cannot take all of the burden alone. They need somebody to step up on the attacking side of the ball.
One player who has stepped up and been a bright spot, Wesley Leggett. 2 goals this season in the regular season, 3 in all competitions.
Absolutely. His last goal, though, Joe, in the regular season coming April 11th. So they really need to get him on the front foot early. And about 380 minutes of competition, just 7 shots, just 4 of those on target. So when he does have those opportunities, he makes the most of them.
I mentioned it's a good run here of unbeaten play for Birmingham. 5 games without a loss. They're starting to slowly put things together.
They are, and it feels like they're a more cohesive group through the lines. They've stopped operating in silos, and there's been more interconnectedness under the game plan of their new head coach, and it has been a nice thing to see. They need to continue figuring out the small details in both 18-yard boxes.
Tyler Pasher, key in terms of the quality and leadership, eclipsing 200 appearances in USL Championship tonight.
And he has the most chance creation of this group. He is going to be an active player for this Birmingham Legion side. Expect him to connect both lines and expect him to be big in some of those moments.
It's a rare cross-conference matchup. Only 2 previous meetings between these clubs haven't met since 2024. Birmingham Legion with victories in both. It's Monterey Bay and Birmingham Legion next on Galazzo Network.
At Montage Health, we go way back in Monterey County. We've been here for life's bumps and bruises, and its joyous moments, too. Our dedicated, compassionate staff have cared for generations of you. We're locals serving locals, delivering all the care you need right here. Visit montagehealth.org.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Let's meet the starting lineups for both these clubs tonight, brought to you by The Lab. We begin with Alex Covello and his Monterey Bay side.
Well, we highlighted for you Leggett in the open, but I also want to take your attention to Paul, number 20. He's going to be key in terms of just being scrappy. This team needs some sort of life, and they need some sort of commitment to winning both boxes. On the attacking side of the ball, that's going to be Paul, and it's going to be Leggett. On the defensive side of the ball, looking at those two center backs and Garcia to shore things up in the wide channels.
On the other side, Birmingham Legion, as always, is Ronaldo Damas leading the lines.
Absolutely, Ronaldo Damas has a knack for the theatrics and has an ability to score in the big moments. And a big moment is maybe all it's going to come down to for the Birmingham Legion to get on the right foot here tonight. But look for Cole and Antwi to actually control the midfield for this Birmingham Legion group. Pasher to connect both lines.
Referee in charge, Matthew Corrigan in the yellow. It's the Birmingham Legion in their white from left to right. Monterey Bay in their blue striped kit from right to left. And we are ready to get things going from Cardinale Stadium in Seaside, California. Two teams in different spells of play right now. Monterey Bay still winless on the season and coming off of a loss in USL Cup against Boise, the USL League One side. It is difficult times right now for the home side. Birmingham Legion unbeaten in their last 5. A chance to poke their noses above the playoff line and confirm what has been an uptick in the performances for a very quality group under Jay Heaps. Got a false start here on the kickoff. Why not? This team's amped up to get things going. So are these fans, and now officially underway. Happy to have you with us on Golasso Network alongside Marion Crowder. I'm Joe Malfa. Stewart starts the season as the head coach for Monterey Bay. Difficult start, then they bring in Alex Coelho, a background in the area with the San Jose Earthquakes. Before then, in Spain, Barcelona coming up with their youth academy, trying to implement his more possession-based style on the group. Some growing pains the last few weeks within that. Chance to flip the script tonight. Early look down that right side for Leggett, thwarted defensively. This is the 3rd regular season game with Alex Coelho in charge for Monterey Bay. 4th game overall. And a look as Leggett was brought down. Just stood up defensively by Kadeem Cole. First game, thought they were getting off to a good start. Monterey Bay under Coelho led 1-0 against FC Tulsa. 2 second-half goals. They lost 2-1 at home. Next time out on the road against Lexington, fell behind 3-0 early. Ended up falling 3-1. And against Boise in USL Cup this past week, actually led 3-1 at halftime, Monterey Bay. And the floodgates open in the second half for Boise. They won it 4-3 on a Tomas Amon goal late on. Nico Gordon in the midfield for Nick Ross. Long for Ronaldo Damas. Nico Gordon gets ahead on it. Pasher lays it off for Kadeem Cole. Sebastian Tregarthen making his 6th start this season. A pair of goals and an assist for Tregarthen. There is Alex Coelho, head coach of this Monterey Bay side. Legion coming off a penalty win in USL Cup against Chattanooga. That was back on the 16th last week. The full week off, no midweek to contend with. Haven't lost a game in regulation since March 21st, Birmingham Legion. Picked up by Elijah Paul and taken out of play. Take a look at the best trap keys to the game. What do you got for us, Marion?
Well, it sounds pretty simple, but for Monterey Bay, you've actually been scoring in just about every match. Don't concede. You are near the bottom in terms of how many goals you've conceded. No clean sheets in 6, so pretty simple. don't concede, continue your scoring ways, and you're in line for 3 points. And then for Birmingham Legion, a little bit more tactical nuance. This is a group that can press and have good rest defense. Only when that midfield line, though, connects with the likes of Ronaldo Damas, you'll see moments where they actually step to press the center backs. You'll see moments where they drop off. So as long as those lines are connected defensively, Monterey Bay, they're going to force themselves into mistakes. You just have to be there to pounce on them.
Don't concede. Seems like good advice for this sport.
Sometimes we try to tactic this game to death, and it's really about the 18-yard boxes. When the attacking 18-yard box, when the defensive 18-yard box, you do that most of the time, you're going to come out of the game with 3 points.
Farnsworth for Gordon. Again, this is all part of that new style under Alex Cavello with a very heavy emphasis on possession. Take some time to get used to it for Monterey Bay. There's a question to be asked of, do they have the pieces to play this way? Space now for Glasgow, and options gathering the box. Glasgow drives it near post, cleared by Keegan Hughes. Joined on loan to Birmingham Legion in early April, making his 3rd start tonight.
Am I hearing
sounds like it was either that or a glockenspiel. Monterey Bay trying to play good music with the passes. Dominating the possession in the early going. 80% in the first 5 minutes. They've been in control.
That's something.
What they could do with it, though. They were burned by AC Boise last week in the USL Cup match. Just quick in transition. And 3 second-half goals conceded. A 3-1 lead turned into a 4-1 defeat on the road. Just a growing pain to the new system. It looks good right now, but many lapses that exacerbate issues. So a lot of it empty calorie possession in their own half, forced back by Birmingham, who might be okay with this, just waiting for a moment like that to pounce and nearly doing so. But they break through. Glasgow bending it ahead, curling in behind. Chance here, save made by Kalelat. First look at goal.
Nervy moments for Kalelat, but this is favorable for Monterey Bay. Birmingham, in fairness to them, do well to step their lines together, get good pressure on the ball. Just a little bit of a delay in the rotation allows for that transitional moment out wide. But in these opening minutes, the success for Monterey Bay clearly coming down this left-hand side. Birmingham, they seem completely fine to let Monterey Bay have the wide channels, protecting all the central areas right now.
Kevin Naja has been one of those players that Alex Cavello has inserted into the 11 after taking over. Hadn't done anything previously. A new manager takes a liking to a new player and has paid some dividends. He's been creative.
We jest about, don't concede, but there is some truth to actually just taking all the complexity out of the game for a group that has really struggled, can't seem to get out of their own way. Just bring it back to the basics, keep this game simple, be tidy on the ball, take what the opposition is giving you. Right now it's the wide channels, and then be diligent when you get your moment in the final third.
Farnsworth and Gordon go back and forth. You see that connection a lot. Wesley Leggett brought down. Second time that he's forced the issue and gone down. First time he lost it cleanly. This time he's fouled, but Monterey Bay goes quickly. A team that struggled to score goals. Interesting to not give that a go from that wide area, steering the ball in, but it's again part of this new possession style. Emphasis on that and what you can build. It's an interesting position to be in for Alex Cavello. At 0-7-2, you are a long way away from making any sort of noise and even cracking the last playoff spot in the Western Conference. So do you take some lumps and stick to the plan of the long-term build in this style, knowing that you're not an interim coach, you're the head coach, and you have plenty of time to work on it. Might not be pretty at times by doing it like that. Might be effective in the long run. There's a chance the other way. Vassell out wide, fed through, splitting the difference between Damas and the RBN.
I think with that, you have to balance the locker room as well. There is a difference between trying to learn a new style, knowing that it will breed you results quickly because you have all the pieces in place. You just needed to make a couple of tactical adjustments, but playing a new style, as you mentioned, Joe, with perhaps not all of the right pieces in place, knowing that it's going to be a long process, it gets quite hard in the locker room to keep the morale up, to keep the idea of playing through the process in your mind and not yielding your emotions to the results. So it's a difficult balance right now for a head coach to strike.
Glasgow, last off of a young talent from Guyana. Jay Heaps in charge on this Birmingham Legion side. Drafting this team this year, his identity, a lot of key pieces that did carry over. New faces in the mix, and one that they want to get going again, Ronaldo Damas. Haven't called his name yet up top, wearing the number 9. Has been limited so far this season. It's just his 3rd start in 6 games, has 1 goal to his name. Over the top for Pasher. It's a bit askew. His last 4 seasons in the USL Championship, Ronaldo Damas have seen him eclipse the 10-goal mark. And in that span, he's won 2 titles at Orange County and at Colorado Springs. Farnsworth. Nadja finds Glasgow. He's been very active early on. Floating one toward goal. He just mishit it. Turn to the CBS Sports Network Saturday, May 30th for a USL Championship battle. For the top of the Eastern Conference, reigning Player Shield winner Louisville City FC hosts the undefeated Tampa Bay Rowdies at 7 Eastern. Catch all the action on CBS Sports Network. Rowdies continued on tonight. 7 wins, 3 draws through 10 matches in first in the Player Shield race and the East. Louisville City lost tonight on the road against Miami FC. First time falling against Miami since 2023. And won 5 straight in that all-time series. Louisville City limping in that game against Tampa Bay. They have lost 3 straight regular season games for the first time since 2023. Glasgow misfires. Back and through, looking for Pasher, runs out of room.
I like the idea we've seen from Pasher a couple of times now. Ronaldo Damas taking all the attention from both center backs from Monterey Bay, Farnsworth and Gordon. And so he's just finding those little pockets on either side of the center back, making those delayed runs from the midfield. It allows him to keep his run on side, allows for better timing of the passer. So if they could figure out that channel in terms of the delivery, that could be quite dangerous to unlock this Birmingham side early.
Bottom of your screen, you can see how animated Alex Cavello is ushering Glasgow up the field. This one sent long instead for Elijah Paul. Recovered by Glasgow. Really good start to the game for Omari Glasgow. Nadja. So good with the ball. Kevin Nadja slipping it through. Paul wide for Glasgow. Omari Glasgow, back post. Turned into a shot, but it was a cross and out of play for a goal kick.
The moments of build-up have been pretty decent for Monterey Bay to start this match. They've done well to pick some moments to go a bit more direct. They've done well to pick moments to break the lines with 1 or 2 passes, and then they release into those wide channels. We highlighted those in the open, saying that that was going to be key for Monterey Bay, playing for service. It's just been that final pass, the final action, not quite there yet. Oh man, they cut us off.
You were vibing. In-house
I was ready
DJ
for
made you
to,
happy.
to hit the punchline.
Farnsworth. Delgado. Haven't had to call his name yet. Neither side with a shot through nearly 15 minutes. Just did trickle over the line. Throw coming for Birmingham. Tyler Pasher. Running in field. Pasher. 200th regular season appearance tonight. Milestone for Pasher. Jumped by Tregarthen. Foul was called back behind the play. Free kick for Monterey Bay. Jay Heaps from a seated position, but still animated. Alex Cavello, if he's wearing a Fitbit, certainly crossing 10,000 steps in this game alone. Just keep an eye on him bottom of your screen if you want something else to watch. While Monterey Bay are passing center back to center back, he is just living and dying on every moment himself. Up and down he goes. Farnsworth. Pressure starting to get to Monterey Bay. Birmingham releasing upfield. Farnsworth clearing it. Let's find Nadja. The Monterey Bay break. Nadja.
I feel like that's how you look when you watch the Mets.
Lately, it's been a lot of sinking into the couch and just accepting the losses. But
accepting defeat.
Yeah. That'll be me in a couple of weeks watching the United States in the World Cup. Plenty of USLers that'll be on their way to the World Cup as well. Those announcements have come the last couple of weeks. More on that in a moment. Opportunity here played through by Nadja on the volley. It's scooped up by Kalela. Second time that he's had to be called in.
Nice touch, lets him down just a little bit. Granted, difficult ball into his feet. He does well to react on the volley. If he could have somehow figured out a way to just open that touch up, put it on his right foot, it would have been a much easier finish.
Nadja over the top to himself, was pulled back, and a free kick coming in a dangerous spot for Monterey Bay.
Nadja has really soft feet here in these 1v1 situations. Such a creative player. That's really well done from him.
Position by Ryuga Nakamura. Poised to strike it. 24-year-old from Japan. 8 appearances, 4 starts coming in, no goal contributions. It looks like he wants to change that here. 4 in the wall. Nakamura strikes it over the bar.
Gets that one underneath the ball. I had to double check where the free kick was being taken. Setting up for a penalty.
I mentioned the World Cup representation in USL Championship. Carl Sainty of El Paso will be playing for Haiti. Duke Lacroix of Colorado Springs also playing with Haiti. And then Curacao with 2. Eloy Room and Jurgen Locadia, both of Miami FC. Goalkeeper Room, a couple of massive saves tonight in the win over Louisville City, and Locadia is ready to get on the plane to the first matchup for Curacao against Germany because he had a hat-trick tonight against Louisville City.
That's gotta feel good.
Kyle Adams with an assist on one of them. Yes, the Louisville City defender. Go take a look at the highlight, or low light rather, but the goals all count the same. Really good showing from Miami. It's not last year's Miami FC team. A lot of experimental pieces last year from all around the Caribbean, basically. Players who had never played in this league and no experience in USL Championship, hoping to catch lightning in a bottle. This year's team heavier on the USL experience, the likes of Rodrigo da Costa and so on and so forth. And they are in 4th place in the Eastern Conference, doing really well during this stretch of play. Another free kick on the way for Monterey Bay.
Nice work just to keep that in. Really well done. You hear the crowd saying, same guy. That's Sinja. He's done really well tonight, putting these Birmingham defenders in some precarious positions, specifically in their recovery moments.
Stands over it again. 2 shots, 1 on target so far for Monterey Bay. Nakamura back post, hoping to catch Elijah Paul, but instead caught by Kolela. 26-year-old from the Czech Republic originally. Former draft pick of LAFC in 2023, so back to California for Kolela. Spent the last 2 years north of the border with Forge in the Canadian Premier League. Double day of soccer at Cardinale Stadium on May 30th, a week from tonight. The Monterey Bay Sirens host the Oakland Soul at 3 p.m. and the Union play at 7 p.m. First 3,000 fans will receive yellow red cards presented by Signs by Van. That's going to be a tough night to be the referee. You're going to have a lot of input from the crowd with those yellow and red cards given out.
I feel like that's my kind of environment. Giving me a card? No, here.
Uno reverse card.
There you go.
This one flicked on into some space for DRB and has options in the middle. Fed through toward Damas and cleared. Haven't had many inroads forward to this point, Birmingham Legion. They have 1 touch in the opposing 18-yard box and 4 final third entries through 21 minutes. All battling Fanuel Kavita. There's DRB and fouled. Two goals on the season for Elijah Paul, leading the way for Monterey Bay, tied with Wesley Leggett, albeit for a team that scored much, 5 goals. Ball across, just beyond Nadja.
The quality on the ball has just been poor from Birmingham to start this match. And for Covello, as you mentioned, you can actually watch him and what he's telling some of the players to do every single time one of his center backs picks up the ball, particularly Farnsworth as the left center back. He's asking them just to drive a little bit further with the ball at their feet, engage some of the deeper lying players in this Birmingham press so they can unlock a 2v1 situation in the wide channel. The wide channel is where they have been the most successful through these opening 23 minutes.
Joel Garcia carrying up the right side. Dominated possession, 70-30. Now the larger sample size. Not quite the 80-20 it was earlier, but still impressive. It's the numbers, those key performance indicators that Alex Covello wants to hit, but still nothing, or rather not much done with the possession. Can't say nothing. 2 shots, 1 on target, but great in terms of the efficiency. Kelpie's trying to get the fans more into it here.
Listen to Kelpie, people. Very intimidating.
Is that did he find Nemo? Is that? I don't think I've ever seen Kelpie from the backside there. A found him.
I think you're right. I think he also had a stingray, a lost stingray.
I believe it's a manta ray, but
I'm from Mississippi. It's all the
it's
same.
not much water
It's all
around
the
you.
same.
Where's he rank in your mascots in USL Championship?
Oh. I mean, his consistency, I feel like people don't talk about that enough.
Okay.
Consistently there. And now that I've seen the backside of him, I mean, I'm impressed. Like, do we give him number one?
I really.
You have one in your mind.
I really
you have
do.
one in your mind.
I really do like Gnarly at Orange County.
You do?
Yeah. He
I
had his
don't
own hot
think-
sauce line that I believe you sampled on air one time.
Oh, maybe
so.
that's why I subconsciously just have nothing for him any longer. That was so hot. I think Mike Watts just cried for the entirety of the second half.
Looking long for Elijah Paul. Fanuel Kavita cuts it out. Also have to give a shout out to reigning champion Amo of Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Oh, yeah. The question is, where does American soccer rank for you in terms of mascots in general compared to other sports?
Don't have enough. Don't have nearly enough of them. Yeah.
So low.
Low. Very
Low.
low. Yeah. There's a big opportunity for the game to be stepped up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Glasgow has been all over the place tonight for Monterey Bay. Gordon. Breaks lines, finds Ross. That's where I think you want more from Monterey Bay. In this possession-based style, Ross had about 15 yards of space behind him to go upfield. Instead, look where they are now.
It's the recognition of when to play back to goal and when to actually play on the half turn, knowing that keeping possession doesn't innately mean it has to be via passes. You can keep possession on the dribble, penetrate lines on the dribble.
Looking ahead for Paul. And the find by Riley Bedouin. Now it's Amari Glasgow. Glasgow cuts one through right into the chest of Kolelat.
There's also a balance to this possession style play that Monterey Bay is trying to implement that involves enticing the defensive structure of the opposition out. And so Birmingham Legion, we told you one of the keys coming into this match is to keep their lines compact, keep them connected. And a way to break that apart is to continue inviting them with back passes so their structure gets a little bit stepped apart and you have clear channels of which to break through. Ronaldo Thomas a little bit late there.
Here's Glasgow. Lays it off. Naja trying to create space. It's another example. Glasgow seem to have space.
I am taking that all day. I have no idea if you're Glasgow why you passed that ball off. You had a clear extra 5 yards in front of you to drive at the near post.
Glasgow, Naja, those two have been connecting often. Naja deflected. It's maybe the toughest thing as far as growing pains for a team shifting to a possession-based style. Not losing some of that killer instinct going up the field. Feels for now as if that's some of the problem for Monterey Bay. A myriad of issues when you're 0-7-2 with the goal differential they have, sure, but that's one that feels like it'll turn in due time as they gain more confidence in this system. Body language of Jay Heaps on the other side. He and his staff seem frustrated with the way this near first half hour has gone. Good change though here. Damas getting behind Farnsworth. Damas tried to shield it out. He thought it was touched for a corner, and it was. Matthew Corrigan obliging in the end. This would be very much par for the course for Birmingham Legion, withstanding a lot of the pressure, holding strong, fundamentally sound, and then striking on a set piece against the grain. From the corner toward goal, punched clear by Delgado. It's going on target, it looked like, from Pasher. Half an hour into this, still without a shot for Birmingham Legion. That could change here. A lot of contact in the area, play on. On the backside, DRB in, deflected. It was Dawson McCartney, rather, in a corner from the opposite side now.
Why do I feel like he's yelling directly at me?
I thought he was looking directly into the camera lens. I think
It's like, I'm so sorry,
He's
Coach.
trying to let the people know. Felt like I was back in the principal's
Right.
office. Now these players feel like they're in the principal's office as Matthew Corrigan comes in to admonish them before the corner. Swung in, a lot of traffic there. It bounces all the way through without a touch. Goal kick.
Lucky for Delgado that no touch was there. He had already committed to the save and the jump.
You can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Nadja wins it, pulled down, could be yellow there. That's what the Monterey Bay bench is asking for on Tregarthen. You can see why. Very much stopping a promising attack there. Final warning from Corrigan. He just counted up the different spots on the field and said that's enough. Persistent infringement coming next for Tregarthen.
It might be for anybody who fouls Najai next. Seen him hit the deck 5 or 6 times in this first half.
Very dynamic. Here he is again, Nadja. Glasgow. Oh, he too quick for his own good. As he tried to cut in, ball went by. Slick surface here.
He's been good.
It's been capped often for Guyana. Coming from MLS with the Chicago Fire.
Birmingham just feels completely disjointed. Their press is being too easily broken. They are leaving their central areas far too easily. The rotation behind the ball has not been good enough.
Free kick for Monterey Bay. Feels like they could be in jeopardy of losing this unbeaten run, Birmingham. And they've struggled in this one. It's 5 unbeaten in the regular season. They had another pair of 90-minute draws in USL Cup mixed in. 1 shootout win, 1 shootout loss. So overall, it's 7 in all competitions without a loss. Possession still very one-sided. What can they do with it, though? Monterey Bay tracking back and winning it cleanly. Kadeem Cole. Vassell. .25 final third entries to 4. Make it 26 right on cue for Glasgow. Nadja. where that started in the corner with Nadja and Glasgow, and look at where it is now. Is that again for you, Marion? Just another case of trying to tap too much on that possession-based style?
Absolutely, because the recognition for Birmingham is what we just said. They've been disjointed, and their recovery runs just all out of sorts. This space has been open for the entirety of the time. It took them 8 additional passes to get there.
Nadja through the wickets, but ends up committing the foul.
So I think the important messaging for Monterey Bay as they continue in this pursuit of a new style to their game model is defining exactly where you want that possession. And Joe, you actually mentioned that earlier into this match, that a lot of their possession has been just low-calorie moments, nothing really meaningful, a lot of defensive midfield touches of the ball, a lot of center back touches of the ball. I think that's the next wrinkle in this evolution, to define that they actually want the most sustained possession in the attacking third. They certainly have the quality to sustain those moments. It's just been poor decision making.
Bedois ridden into the ground by Tyler Pasher. 35 minutes in, Birmingham Legion still without a shot registered in this game. To the end line, fed in front, touched on by Bedois, Glasgow trailing. Get her to leave USL. Tyler Pasher with some space. Can he get the switch? He does. Acres of space on that far side. Gavork Diarbian. Still Diarbian through for Damas. He barely touched it and it almost still snuck in. Oh, he swung and missed and it clipped his heel, it looked like. Any clean contact and it's 1-0. But he made no contact and he's got a wry smile on his face knowing what could have been.
This is one of the rare moments for Birmingham Legion. We've actually seen them attack through the left-hand side. Good time, well-timed run from Ronaldo Damas. Forces Delgado to have to come out. He's gonna wanna do better with that one. Good recovery in the end for Monterey Bay.
Keegan Hughes picked up a yellow card. To you by Signs by Van. It's a wake-up call, though, for Monterey Bay. Out of nothing, something for Birmingham, and nearly the moment Ronaldo Damas needed. Don't miss all the exciting action on Monterey Bay FC with a group outing starting at $25. Plus, enjoy exclusive fan experiences like walkout kids, ball kids, the high five tunnel, halftime contest, and more. Visit MontereyBayFC.com. Glasgow. It's Paul taking it away. Paul going for goal. It's blocked and gathered by Kolela. Nakamura starts the possession again for Monterey Bay. They've been wildly inefficient in this one. 70% of the possession, yes. 4 shots, only 1 on target. And the same number of shots on target as Birmingham, who didn't have their first and only until about 2 minutes ago.
If you're Pasher or Damas, I think you start hunting a little bit more intelligently, start taking some risks, knowing that the tendency...
Right there, Pasher on cue, runs into the defender, but way back to his feet. Nico Gordon just held his ground.
That's exactly what I was talking about, just the positioning. Be a bit more intelligent to play off the shoulder. You've seen that Monterey Bay has a tendency to go back before they'll ever think about going forward. They'll pass 3 passes in a row back towards their own goal. And so if you are Pasher, Damas, 2 players who have great closing speed, just start to expect that tendency. See if you can't poach it just like that. And so look at Pasher's positioning just off the shoulder, outside the vision of Monterey's midfielders.
You fine with no foul there? Understanding that I'm asking a former striker that question.
I was about to say. You're not going to get a non-biased answer here. I'm screaming for a penalty all day, but Pasher didn't make much fuss of it.
I think he knew too. He just ran right into him. Gordon did well holding his ground, didn't extend any other body part to initiate the contact.
That's always the key, right? If you can get a defender to not only freeze, but to have kind of that extra lunge, that's typically when you'll see a referee give that, no doubt.
For basketball, he took a clean charge there. Just fully held his ground.
When was the last time you saw a charge actually given?
I've been watching too much Thunder lately where SGA gets every call, so been a while, been a while.
I do feel like I just have to say something. As a very just neutral basketball fan, just like to watch for fun, I get more confused by day at what's a walk and a travel and a carry, and
they say
what's
soccer,
a power step? Like, I'm like, what are we doing?
And they say soccer players flop.
I know. I don't know if that was just me. I'm speaking for, like, I don't know, neutral America here.
Our diehard Spurs fan in the producer's chair is certainly agreeing with the conversation. Long switch out down that right side. Flag stay down, legged in behind, going for goal. He rolls it by the far post. As possession-based as they've been, sometimes Route 1 is the best way, and nearly an opener.
A direct play. Birmingham Legion not expecting it, crouching in their press just a little bit to anticipate the back pass. The speed of Monterey Bay, that's always been there. They have the ability to get in behind and expose teams on a vertical threat. But as the storyline continues, the final third, the execution in the final third, particularly in the final action, has not been good enough.
Jay Heaps has been giving the fourth official everything he can handle. Not sure what set him off either. Could be just cumulative frustration from this first half. Closing moments of this first half. Leggett. Ross working it through. Glasgow has to run from Paul. Glasgow feeding it that way. Comes all the way through. And out the other side for the first corner of the evening for Monterey Bay. A bagel corner kick.
Well, that's the difference in what Monterey Bay could look like under this new tactical adaptation.
Sorry, whatever Jay Heaps was saying, it was finally enough. Now Matthew Corrigan coming over to give him a yellow card, as we alluded to before. He was giving the fourth official everything he could handle.
As was the staff in a couple of moments that we saw off your screen. So maybe that moment where he was looking at the camera, it wasn't at us, Joe.
Perhaps not. First Bagel corner kick. Nakamura on top of the netting. It ends up elsewhere in the Western Conference. Orange County and the Oakland Roots are tied at 1 goal apiece. And that was a potential matchup for first place tonight, depending on what San Antonio did earlier in the evening against Sacramento. But San Antonio beat Sacramento at home. So neither Oakland nor Orange County can vault up into first, but the winner of that game would end the night in second place in the Western Conference. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Over the head of Elijah Paul. It bounces to him, though.
The fourth official has indicated
1 minute of stoppage time. At the break, we will get to take a deeper dive into the supporters section at AC Boise, a new upstart club in USL League One, and take a tour around the country. Some of the USL venues and training facilities that'll be base camps for various World Cup squads. I mentioned the Oakland Roots and Orange County playing elsewhere right now in the Western Conference. Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine, home of Orange County, will also be the home of the United States during the World Cup, their base camp. And the Oakland Roots facility will be the base camp for an opponent in Group D play, Australia. The Socceroos call Oakland home. Just a couple of many of the base camps around the league and around the world coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Nodded down for Leggett. Flag stays down. Leggett cutting in field. Nadja wanted it back but never received it. And there's the whistle to end half number 1. Scoreless still between Monterey Bay and Birmingham. Only one chance in this half for Birmingham. A half controlled by Monterey Bay, but with nothing to show for it.
Birmingham's got to figure out something. They need a player to actually come into the midfield, control the tempo, and move this Monterey Bay side from left to right. If you're Monterey Bay, everything's been brilliant, except for the moments that matter, and that is the attacking piece, the final action. That's got to improve in the second half if they want to see the fruits of their labor.
Monterey Bay still looking for their first win of the season. Birmingham Legion looking to extend a 5-match unbeaten run. All hangs in the balance right now, 0-0 at Cardinale Stadium. Halftime is brought to you by Taylor Farms. See what we have in store in half number 2 here in Seaside.
Coastal Roots Hospitality is a proud partner of the Monterey Bay Football Club and WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Coastal Roots Events and Catering, along with its 3 iconic restaurants, Montrio, Tarpe's, and Rio Grill, invite you to pick it up and pay it forward, where 10% of all proceeds from takeout orders are donated to various local charities. And now you can become part of the team. At Coastal Roots Hospitality, employees are the heart of our company, with a firm belief that everyone can make a difference. We are inspired by the love of the ocean, our community, and the Monterey Peninsula.
We're required to have fun.
I like to work for this company because of this family feeling.
The Coastal Roots Hospitality team is a dynamic group of professionals working together to bring exceptional, engaging service and a delicious dining experience to our guests. For more information, visit coastalrootshospitality.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Central Coast YMCA, Taylor Farms, and Montage Health. Scoreless at the break between Monterey Bay and Birmingham Legion. The supporters have been into it all evening long, and you can learn about some more supporters elsewhere under the USL umbrella. The Experience is a video docuseries that shows the history, passion, and community of USL clubs and their supporter groups. The latest episode showcases League One newcomer Athletic Boise and their support group, the River Guard. It's been available since May 9th. You can catch it at youtube.com/USL. Here is a preview.
I think Idahoans have been clamoring for something that is theirs.
Feel a big sense of responsibility to do this right. You only get one first season.
For me, without soccer, it's like there's no air. Having it here, I feel like I can breathe again. Boise's never had anything like this.
Before the World Cup can begin, 48 national teams need a home, and home is a lot more than a practice field.
They wanted a beautiful grass field and in a sort of secure facility with great access to gyms and all the other pieces around.
Dan Rutstein had the honor of handing the keys to Orange County SC's entire facility to the U.S. men's national team. Why does it matter to you to have the U.S. national team at your facility?
Look, if you can't get excited about a World Cup, then we shouldn't be in this business. It's obviously an enormous opportunity. We're happy for them. It's a great facility. We're happy for us. We're happy for our fans. So we can be talked about in the same breath as the home nation in a home World Cup.
Orange County is joined by the Oakland Roots, who will host the Australian national team, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting first-time World Cup team Cape Verde. When clubs spend multiple weeks in one building, the facility must accommodate an entire support system, not just the players. In a large country like the United States, travel can take a toll. Cape Verde's Tampa home sets up short flights to Atlanta, Miami, and Houston for its group matches. Australia will play matches in Vancouver, Seattle, and nearby Santa Clara. The U.S. team's longest journey is Seattle, sandwiched between two group matches in Los Angeles. But as the World Cup takes place, it's business as usual for the USL Championship. For Orange County, a worthwhile temporary adjustment.
We're still training next door. The short-term pain of being not allowed to use our stadium for the medium and long-term gain of working with the US national team, we could never say no to an opportunity like that.
Now and then, you need to stop and smell the roses. Or the leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again. This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Out front, and there's the goal in the opening moment. Sporting Jack scores. Ronaldo, he sends it in. The go-ahead goal puts SAFC ahead.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
I truly give everything that I can for them.
It's like, all right, we're in this and we're gonna go for it.
Esto es la porra, this is who we are.
Everybody here doing the heartbeat, having everybody in the stadium do that was just kills.
Sometimes the waves are calling your name. Other times, you think the waves are calling your name, but actually, it's the kids. This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
It all starts with a spark, an idea.
That idea ignites into a dream.
The dream sharpens into a vision.
The vision fuels a process.
And through relentless craftsmanship, that process is forged into reality. Your vision,
Our craftsmanship,
one unforgettable legacy.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We hope you're enjoying the match. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines from the championship. Through 2 rounds of the Prinks Tires USL Cup, 5 championship clubs are a perfect 2-0 and lead their respective groups. Louisville City has racked up a tournament-high 8 goals so far, while Charleston and Tampa Bay own 6 goals each. And group leaders Sacramento and Colorado Springs have yet to allow a goal in the competition. Sporting Jacks defeated Sarasota Paradise in the USL Cup, earning its first ever victory. And it was a double cup matchup week for Sporting Jacks, who went on to grab a point in a 1-1 draw with FC Naples. The World Cup rosters are taking shape, and a pair of USL Championship players have earned call-ups to Haiti's national team. Colorado Springs switchbacks Duke Lacroix has made 6 appearances for Haiti, while Carl Sante from El Paso Locomotive has played in more than 20 matches for his national team. Upcoming national spotlight games on CBS Sports Network. Sporting Jacks in San Antonio next Wednesday, and a big one between Louisville City and Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 30th, and another tough test for the Rowdies against Charleston Battery on June 10th. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Halftime score brought to you by Taylor Farms. There is no score. 0-0 through 45 minutes between Monterey Bay and the Birmingham Legion. Take a broader look around USL Championship scores from around the league, brought to you by Montage Health. It's been a busy weekend in the USL Championship. Started with Loudoun and Detroit City 0-0. Loudoun continue to show well against good teams. Not all wins, but a lot of ties, and it feels like their breakout is coming. Maybe tonight was Miami FC's breakout. First win over Louisville City since 2023, and they sit in the top 4 in the Eastern Conference. Tampa Bay Rowdies, another statement victory through 10 matches, so a third of the way through the season. They are still perfect. 7 wins, 3 draws, no losses. The other first-place team out west, San Antonio, with a 2-1 win over Sac Republic. About to see a final. Actually, might have just gone final, actually. New Mexico hosting Charleston Battery. A 1-0 victory for New Mexico. At the break, 1-1 between Orange County and the Oakland Roots. And nearing halftime, Las Vegas and Colorado Springs are 0-0. And that is still our scoreline here in Seaside. The band has been rocking the whole time. There's the xylophone that Marion pointed out in half number 1, or glockenspiel, whatever you want to call it. Taylor Farms halftime comes to an end, 0-0 between Monterey Bay and Birmingham Legion. Half number 2 up next.
Starting to plan your summer vacation? Enjoy the ease and convenience of the Monterey Regional Airport. And now, starting this summer, you can fly to Chicago. Enjoy once weekly nonstop Chicago service on United Airlines. Fly direct to Chicago for leisure, business, or to make flight connections across the United States and the world. New Chicago service on United Airlines. It's easy, it's convenient, it's the Monterey Regional Airport. To learn more, visit MontereyAirport.com.
Online ordering with drive-through pickup now available at Bagel Corner and Postabilities at 3134 Del Monte Boulevard in Marina.
At Taylor Farms, our goal is to create healthier lives by creating healthy, fresh foods. A stronger community is a win for everyone. That's why each time the Monterey Bay Football Club scores a goal, Taylor Farms will donate $500 to a local nonprofit. Healthy goals, healthy lives. A more perfect union. We are Union!
Online ordering with drive-through pickup now available at Bagel Corner and Postabilities at 3134 Del Monte Boulevard in Marina.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. A look back at highlights from half number one, brought to you by Cardinale Automotive Group. There were some moments for both teams, mostly on the Monterey Bay side, but nothing to show for it, Marion.
Nothing in the final third of note, but a couple of good opportunities that almost got them there. This is a Monterey Bay side that really needs some positivity, looking to turn their locker room around. A new tactical way of playing, a little bit more possession built in, has released the Y channel early and often in this first half. But the 37th minute, this is the best chance, arguably, of the night, and it came by way of Birmingham Legion. A moment of transition on the left-hand side. Damas, a back shoulder run, nearly caught Delgado out. And then we saw moments of possession for Monterey Bay. That was a rare moment of direct play from Monterey Bay. They have the speed and ability to get in behind, and I wonder if they'll test this Birmingham side a little bit more in the second half.
Halftime stats brought to you by Monterey County Bank. 5 shots to 1. Both sides of the shot on target. Heavy possession advantage in favor of Monterey Bay, who attack left to right in their blue striped kit. It's Birmingham Legion right to left in their white and blue ombre with the red numbers. Matthew Corrigan, the referee in yellow, sends us on our way in half number 2. With Marion Crowder, I'm Joe Malcolm. Glad to have you with us on Galazzo Network into half number 2 between Monterey Bay and the Birmingham Legion. Effective first half for Kevin Naja for Monterey Bay, but he sees his night come to an end. Sebastian Leggett takes his spot in the number 10 role. Subs brought to you by BBSI. .254 MLS appearances, 29 goals, 39 assists for Sebastian Leggett. Been a part of a decade in the league. 33 caps for the United States and 8 goals as well. Good move from Diarbian, paddling through. Referee letting them play. Free kick. Delgado has it tracked. Punch is clear. Leggett can do in this second half. 8th appearance, 4 starts for Monterey Bay. 1 goal to his name, came on a penalty. Here he is, gave it away. And commits the foul.
I think that's what you were trying to get your beard to look like.
Yeah. Didn't end well when I tried to trim it. Good thing about it, though, is it grows back and we try again. I'm going to have to ask Sebastian Leggett for his barber.
Oh, yeah, just don't try to get it home.
Lesson learned. Step again from McCartney, but lost it lunging at the end. The yellow to remember from the first half is Keegan Hughes on the side of the Birmingham Legion. Oh, and Jay Heaps. Cannot forget about the coach.
It is Nemo.
Nick Ross stepping up. Now for a corner, it is. First Eagle corner kick of the second half for Monterey Bay. Leggett, good service, dangerous area. And they will do it again. Another Bagel corner kick. Leggett drops it in, free header, saved by Kalela. Chest pass out to Vassell. Vassell walking the tightrope along the sideline. It's a good look, though, from the set piece for Monterey Bay, though unable to cash in once again. Leggett.
Ball.
Touch from Leggett. Oh, never mind. Seemed like he was caught between two minds.
Yep.
Not sure which way to go.
Couldn't decide whether he wanted to keep that close at his feet. Maybe look to serve the ball in behind or take that big touch behind the back line himself, have a 1v1 the goal.
Leggett bending one around into the path of Paul. Wesley Leggett trying to create space, brought down, still loose. He's going to get called for a handball. Trying to bring about the foul call, but never came. Pasher, that one is a foul call.
A decent bit of rest defense there in their shape for Monterey Bay, led by Farnsworth. This could have easily been a moment of transition. Look how many players from Monterey Bay surrounded in kind of this delayed action. Leggett trying to earn anything. Handball called on him. Monterey Bay players turn off for just a moment. But really well done from Farnsworth to read the play in front of him.
Diarbian. Hartney. Antwi. And Tyler Pasher. Overlap coming from Pasher. Heavy touch. Pasher, though, rescues it. Service didn't get anywhere. Antwi intercepts. Pasher. Thomas trying to use leverage on the defender, Nico Gordon. McCartney, Pasher. Sustained possession for Birmingham in a way they didn't have it in the first half. Diarbian clips one in. Pasher waiting for it, doesn't get to him.
He's doing a much better job already in the second half, being committed to winning those second balls, the second phase of play so many times in that first half. Even if they would enter into the final third, the next ball that would find itself into the central area would be picked up by Monterey Bay, and they'd start their possession game the other way. Even if Birmingham hasn't gone immediately back into the final third, they have been much more dedicated to winning those moments and starting their attack.
Starting this one again through Diarbian. Wide for McCartney. Thomas. McCartney. Austin McCartney. Cleared. Antwi. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Birmingham Legion feel like they've come to play a bit more in this second half in terms of some control on the ball. First half that was dominated by Monterey Bay. McCartney blocked.
Well, it sounds simple as well, but it helps when you are technically clean on the ball. Not something they could have said in the first half.
Pasher. Vassell. Pasher. Thomas. Change being ready by Monterey Bay. They made one at the break. That was Nadja coming off for the Jet. Wesley Leggett, the next one set to come off. Arnold Blancas will be taking his spot. Here's that change for Monterey Bay. Blancas in, Leggett out.
Monterey Bay FC substitution in the 57th minute. Brought to you by BBSI. Exiting the match.
Subs brought to you by BBSI.
Exiting the match, number 23, Eduardo Blancas.
hour mark. In the second half, one shot for Monterey Bay, nothing yet for Birmingham, but the possession's flipped. Second half possession reads 65-35 in Birmingham's favor. Something has changed significantly since that first half.
What the biggest change for Monterey Bay is? They've lost the xylophone.
For now. That's what you think.
I gotta get the xylophone back.
By the way, from the look we had at the instrument, I believe I was right. It is a and it is a glockenspiel and not a xylophone.
That's what you've been over there and thought about?
Yeah, you reminded me. I did look that up at halftime. I was certain I was right, but I had to make sure. Benoit. Black stays down for the Jet, feeding it through in front. The moment Monterey Bay needed at the hour mark. In search of their first win. Tonight they have their first goal. It's Riley Benoit.
Momentum of success for Monterey Bay, albeit mostly in the first half. Came through the wide areas. It's a brilliant bit of combination play that unlocks the 2v1, the underlap from Leggett, and he does really well just to not even take the prep touch. He gets his head up. What that triggers is the timing of the runs in the box, and it's perfectly executed for the first time tonight, all the way through. An inviting pass on the floor, and Benoit just has to toe poke it in. Poor defending in the end for Birmingham.
For Riley Benoit, his first goal of the season. Dangerous player he was out in United the last couple of years. So now can they hold it? Yet to record a win this season. One of two teams without one. Expansion side Sporting Jacks, the other in the Eastern Conference. Team will actually meet on June 10th. Monterey Bay hosting Sporting Jacks. Side's hoping to have at least a couple of wins by then, but you have to get your first before you get a couple. In Monterey Bay, less than a half an hour away from their first. Sebastian Leggett with the assist on the goal. So that halftime substitution paying dividends for Monterey Bay. McCartney. Glasgow.
Good decision from Glasgow. Realized he didn't have the runners behind.
Bent toward the back post. Blancas. Birmingham preparing their first change in response to falling behind. Pasher. Vassell, whose time might be limited in this game, draws a free kick, told he'll be the one coming off momentarily for Samuel Joshua. What's up happening now? Vassell just now realizing his night's done and not happy about it.
Birmingham substitution is 64th minute. Brought to you by BBSI. Exiting the match, number 16, Peter D. Vassell. Entering the match, number 10, Samuel Joshua.
Asher stands over it. Gathering of players at the edge of the box for Birmingham Legion. An option out wide as well, and Dawson McCartney. They want to go that route. Asher does go that route, but it's telegraphed and well read. Cavello, a little shove to Antwi. Hurry him along. Asher.
I just think this Monterey Bay side has done well to negate any threats centrally, and on the flip side for Birmingham, they have not had a midfielder show up tonight to be able to control and dictate the tempo.
On the volley, well taken. Finding that ball in the end, Sebastian Tregarthen after he was looking for it, but pulled it wide. Get all the latest MBFC gear by visiting mbfcshop.com.
As this game progresses, those delayed runs at the top of the 18-yard box could be the key for the Birmingham Legion. You'll watch Monterey Bay. They actually drop so far down anytime the ball is in the wide channel. Instead of looking for oncoming runners, they simply just drop very deep into the 6-yard box. That leaves a lot of space around the 12-yard spot and out for a player of Birmingham Legion's caliber to be dangerous.
Benoit chasing as the lone goal of the evening. His pressure amounts to something. Turnover by Birmingham. Very poor spin tonight from Birmingham. Kelpie still enjoying it. Fans are into it a bit more now too with the lead.
As long as he doesn't lose Nemo.
Although the report we're getting from some of our intrepid reporters is he actually missed the goal, Kelpie. He was mingling away from the stands, so maybe he has to leave. Maybe that's the good luck charm. Maybe we got to send Kelpie to the parking lot.
If they score again and he's still over there at them tents, I think so.
You never know what could turn the luck of a team. And has not won yet this season. Sometimes the simplest, frankly dumbest and most innocent of things could be what turns it.
You mean like a coyote? A fake coyote?
Whatever it takes. Let's gain traction over in the NWSL with the Washington Spirit.
I wasn't going to explain. I was just going to let it sit out there.
It's in the soccer universe right now. Whatever you got to do. Elsewhere in the women's game, that spurred the Spirit from being winless to being unbeatable over the last couple of months. Monterey Bay, whatever it takes. 0-7-2 coming in. Elsewhere right now in the Western Conference, Las Vegas up 1-0 at home over Colorado Springs. Oakland and Orange County are tied 2-2 in the second half, just beyond the hour mark. It's the big two for Oakland netting the goals again. Wolfgang Prentice and Peter Wilson.
Oh, favorable.
Kimura. Bedois scored 9 minutes ago. Blancas. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Settling back into that possession now, Monterey Bay. Glasgow wants it, takes it, nearly has it. Off the post, and then the back of Kalelat, and out for a bagel corner kick.
Kalelat urging his team to keep their focus about them as this game continues to end. Good prep touch, and a bit of a hidden strike there, hard to pick up. Didn't need much of a wind up, didn't need much of a window.
From the corner. Found the build-up against Monterey Bay. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus live matches from the USL, MLS Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Scorer Bedois down at the moment. Question for Monterey Bay becomes, can you hold on to it? That has been an issue. Alex Cavello's first match at the helm had a 1-0 lead against Tulsa evaporate in the second half. Last game in the USL Cup had a 3-1 lead, turned into a 4-3 loss on the road against Boise. Riley Bedois is set to depart with what would be the match-winning goal if his teammates can allow it to stand. Georgi Lomtadze will replace him. Lomtadze, the Georgian midfielder, has been impactful at times this season for Monterey Bay. Birmingham preparing some more changes now. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining, chasing this game. Leo Duru in the midfield for Kadeem Cole. And Mario Williams up top for Ronaldo Damas, the two changes we're being told. And those will happen now.
Birmingham substitution at 74th minute. Brought to you by BBSI. Exiting the match, number 8, Kadeem Cole. Number 9,
I think Cole put in a good shift. Did a lot of the unseen work. But unfortunately for his group, he never had anybody on the attacking side of the ball be able to actually pick up from some of his defensive moments.
Loyal supporters here have been waiting for a win this season. Soccer hotbed in California. Educated fan base understanding this is a rebuild and a new manager who needs to be given time to implement a drastically different system. Could this be the first of many wins in this new era and the turnaround for Monterey Bay?
The hardest part for a manager is implementing your game model, knowing that you don't have the full depth of personnel in order to see that picture come to life. And so you have to be able to take bits of your game model, implement them to the player profiles where it makes sense, and realize that it's going to be a step-by-step building process. And so, to your point, it helps to have an educated fan base that can allow some of that grace, some of that patience to occur. But at the same time, as they always say, winning does make everything better, makes buy-in a little bit better as well.
Birmingham looking to level things, floated in front, missing a sitter. Tyler Pasher would want that back.
Well, Jay Heaps couldn't have drawn it up better for his group after a bit of a reaction there, trying to get them up in arms. And this was a 45-yard run, just untested down the right-hand side for the Birmingham Legion. Speed eating up territory. Great ball back into Pasher, and you expect him to convert in those big moments. Gotta do better with that one.
Format being what it is, top 8 teams in each conference making the playoffs. A win here, as bad as things have been, and a 1-7-2 record. Monterey Bay will still be feeling like there's a chance. 8 points back with 2/3 of the season remaining. You never know. Elijah Paul with some options. Paul through, chance to make it 2. There it is! Will this be enough to finally turn into win number 1 for Monterey Bay? Blancas with the second.
Absolute scenes here at Cardinale Stadium, and a well-deserved second goal for this Monterey Bay side. I want you to keep an eye on the run. So this transitional moment picked up really good recognition from both players on the left and the right-hand side. But that run from Blancas the way that he actually peeled off to create a wider channel, a wider passing option. That's what allowed him to not only find himself free within the narrow shape of Birmingham Legion's rest defense, but also within the frame of goal for an easy goal.
12 minutes plus stoppage, a 2-goal lead. Surely this has to be win number 1 for Monterey Bay. If it's not, well, you have to be wondering if it'll happen this season. There was a time to go on a run, and all of a sudden erase the deficit they've created for themselves in the standings. Next game next week is home against a Loudoun United team that has to travel all the way out west. A team that's much better than the record indicates. Loudoun only have 1 win of their own, but a string of draws against some really good teams, some of the top teams in this league. Loudoun has managed a point against. And then after that, it's a home game on June the 10th against Sporting Jacks, the only other winless team in the league. So you have to be looking at this if you're Monterey Bay and maybe seeing 3 potential wins all stacked in a row to allow you out of that hole that you were in. You have to see this one through first. Sub brought to you by BBSI.
Entering the match, number 77.
Brown and Salcedo entering for Pasher and McCartney. A lot of subs now. Birmingham Legion and Jay Heaps. No more buttons to push. This is the group that needs to bring them back. Brown. Joshua. Pivots through Joshua. Kavita. Joshua.
For Birmingham Legion, one thing that could set you up nicely is realizing that there is a bit of over pursuit for the front players of Monterey Bay when they get into their defensive structure. They have a tendency to go a bit man for man and jump out of the rotation just a bit too early. And now with a few more playmakers onto the pitch, players who are good, tidy on the ball, can you actually use that over pursuit to your advantage and realize that there is a massive jump in the line from their front players to the back players who are just content to play a bit lower, a bit deeper, operate just in front of them. And from there, you might create more options for yourself to progress through the final third. Just like that.
Try from a long way out, deflected and saved. Still in play on the volley, missed. Still loose. Salcedo had it blocked. Free kick coming for Birmingham. And a card shown as well.
The aggressive nature for Monterey Bay's shape up top allows for just a few combination moments. And originally I thought that the right decision would have actually been to serve that wide and play for a service across the face of the box, but decent strike on goal.
this start a comeback for Birmingham. Free kick flicked on, loose in front, bouncing around, finally clear. Doing everything they can, Monterey Bay, to ensure that this is smooth sailing to the finish. And their first win of the season. Brown from Shashua, who's been orchestrating these last few minutes. Samuel Shashua. It's been a real struggle tonight for Birmingham. And a frustration foul from Mario Williams.
You're spot on, Joe. Even in the moments, it feels like they get a little bit of that momentum back, a little bit of territory back in their attacking third. Their technical ability, quality on the ball has just let them down. I think that's a fitting song.
As long as they hold on. Haven't rocked anybody this season. 7 losses, 2 draws. Let's go. Reckless challenge.
It's just silly. A silly foul from Williams.
A yellow shown to you by signs by Van.
Look at this, he's going backwards. In that moment, Blancas is looking for a pass backwards to reset his group's possession and their defensive third. You have numbers behind the ball. And now you've given Monterey Bay a chance to waste 30, 45 seconds more off the clock. Jay Heap's an obvious disappointment.
It's a competitive league. There are no more doormats, despite what the records say, as there used to be a few years ago. But on a human level, being a team's first win of the season will be a wake-up call for Birmingham Legion. Although they've had their own stretch now, unbeaten the last 5 games, you could look at that one of 2 ways. Only 2 wins in that stretch as well, 3 ties, and even in their USL Cup matches, sure, you could extend it to 7 unbeaten in all competitions with 2 more draws. So last 7 games, they've only won twice. They haven't lost at all, but they've only won twice. So it hasn't been a world-beating stretch by any means for Birmingham. And this will be a loss that forces you to look in the mirror, assuming it is that way, and they don't rally in the last few minutes.
Well, if the result holds, it will certainly be a humbling moment. I think you have to be able to bring yourself back down to earth. It's easy in those stretches when you're having a little bit of luck on your side. You're not getting punished by your opposition for some of your errant mistakes. It's easy to feel a bit invincible. But every team, every great team, every championship title-winning team has always had that moment in a season. And on the flip side for Monterey Bay, most teams that end up turning the corner and becoming a team that can vie for championships, they've had to weather the storm, weather all the obstacles. Could this be the turning point for them?
Slip through, flag comes up, ending the threat, didn't matter. Delgado had it anyway. Two minutes plus stoppage, all that's left. Good time to remind you that eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. I wonder if you can time waste like Delgado is in eFootball. He did pick up a yellow card, brought to you by Signs by Van. Alex Cavello was just directing the fans not to retrieve the ball to get it in play for Birmingham Legion and the ball kids to slow down.
Everybody's getting some coaching tonight. He has not stopped moving.
Nope.
Since you brought that to our attention, I have watched him with the camera angles we have available, and he has not stopped yelling, not stopped moving.
Free kick on the way for Monterey Bay. It already feels out of reach with the night that Birmingham has had, but a third set piece like this, surely. There will be 5 minutes tacked on of stoppage. Trying to just keep it in the corner now, Monterey Bay.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 5
Free
minutes
kick
of
for
stoppage.
Birmingham. Joel Garcia picked up a yellow a moment ago for Monterey Bay. From the free kick, I mean, threw a lot of contact there. Play on in the eyes of the referee. Needing 2 goals, Birmingham, and only 4 more minutes with which to do it. To the back post, and a play.
Bagel corner kick.
Salcedo drops it in, back post, good service. Corner coming. I didn't think it was going to be easy necessarily for their first win, did you? Late surge for Birmingham to at least try and find that first and put more pressure on. From the corner. Just down by Diarbian. Diarbian lays it off. Salcedo deflected. Still loose, bounding around. Trying to force away, throw, saved by Delgado, and he has it.
Well, we got bodies down everywhere on both sides. For me, all night, Delgado's positioning and the aggressiveness off his line has been questionable, but this time he does really well just to find himself back at home. So we have 1 deflection, 2, 3 A scruffle. And then Delgado coming aggressively, about a foot off his line. Sees it the whole way, does well to track it through all those bodies. And does take a potential knee to the side of the head as well. Is scruffle a word? Did I make that up? I'm gonna out myself here. You know what it is? Scuffle.
Scuffle, there you go. You know,
you didn't know it either.
I'll be honest, I didn't really know where you were going, and I could usually sort of parse through your vast knowledge of the English language, but even I was stumped on that one. I'm glad you got there. It's been a long night for you, I understand that. We're in the last minute of stoppage time. I'll give you a break.
Everyone's crazy, we're crazy.
We?
Fans are crazy. Yes, yes, we. You said Glockenspiel on
That's a real thing.
Television. You said
that's a real thing.
You said it.
And I was right. 2 late changes here for Monterey Bay. Luka Malešević and Kelsey Egu into the match. Perfunctory at this point. Brief cameos for both. Respite for Elijah Paul and for Joel Garcia.
Number 20, Elijah Paul. Entering the match, number 6, Luka Malešević. And number 25, Kelsey Egu.
The person displaying the most urgency for Birmingham has been Jay Heaps.
Without a doubt.
5 minutes of stoppage time have come and gone. And look at the watch for Matthew Corrigan. How much longer will we go? Surely there's not enough time for Birmingham to find 2 anymore, maybe 1 to break up the shutout. Saucedo. Brown quickly gets it back into play. Saucedo and Joshua. DRB in, feeding it through, loose in front. Bounces away, stays in play with the spin on it. And out for a goal kick. Fans are ready for this goal kick. Stoppage time has come and gone. A whistle that will indicate win number 1 on the season and maybe a turnaround for Monterey Bay. Brown. Williams, rather. 2 minutes beyond the 5 that were given. Running ball through. One back by Monterey Bay. Cleared up the field. Fans are growing restless. You can hear the fake whistles going.
Enemy number 1 right now for Monterey Bay. Matthew Corrigan.
Sent the length of the field. From Delgado to Palela. After the watch again from Corrigan. We're 3 minutes beyond. There was a brief stoppage within stoppage time, but I don't think it was 3 minutes worth For a team that hasn't won yet this season, these seconds still feel like hours. At last, the final whistle, and at last, Monterey Bay can celebrate a win in the 2026 regular season.
All jokes aside, it was a completely brilliant performance from Monterey Bay. We have to note, Birmingham Legion, an abysmal performance on the day, but Monterey Bay, they have found a way to find their way through possession, some tactical changes, a new game model from a new head coach, and finally all of that seemingly coming to fruition. The question is, can they sustain it?
It took until game 10 of the regular season. 7 losses, 2 draws, and now 1 win for Monterey Bay. A difficult one for Birmingham Legion on the road. We're back in a moment to wrap things up from Seaside. Final score brought to you by Cannery Row. Monterey Bay 2, Birmingham Legion nothing.
There is a ranch where we belong, where people believe in us, and we see what's possible when we realize our potential. This place dares you to dream, to seize opportunities, and find purpose. This is our ranch.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
On the front lines, you're there when you're needed.
Get this thing rolling.
Before you're needed. On the front lines, you see what others can't. On the front lines, you use every tool possible to deliver safe and reliable gas and electricity. Because you don't just serve your community, you're a part of it. PG&E, on the front lines for us all.
Full-time score brought to you by Cannery Row. Monterey Bay 2, Birmingham Legion nothing. Celebrations continuing. Alex Cavello, the new head coach for Monterey Bay, celebrating with his group. We take a look at the full-time highlights brought to you by City of Seaside. Win number 1 for Monterey Bay. They were the better side all night long, had all the top chances. And we take a look at the save of the match brought to you by Bagel Corner. It was this off the line and the chance for Ronaldo Damas early in the first half.
Yeah, this could have been detrimental to Monterey Bay and their progression through this match. He doesn't make that save, and then all of a sudden it's a different game.
Man of the match is the man of the hour who scored the winning goal, brought to you by Bay Federal Credit Union, Riley Bedois.
Great underlap there, and beautiful from Leggett. He does so well just to invite the one-time finish of Riley Bedois.
The play of the match brought to you by Monterey Regional Airport. Is the one that sealed the deal, put it out of reach. The second goal by Blancas.
Without a doubt, this is beautiful transitional moment from the Monterey Bay side. They do ever so well just to hold the run, and Blancas, who stays onside, puts it near post.
Cathartic for Monterey Bay, no doubt. Now look at the full-time stats brought to you by Monterey County Bank. Well, they ended up controlling this one in just about every facet, and once they took a lead, Marion, they never looked back.
It never really felt like Birmingham Legion was going to find a way back into this match. Impressive for Monterey Bay that not only they get goals in 2 different scenarios, one in a transitional moment, one in the build-up, but they also kept the first clean sheet for the first time in 6 games.
That'll do it for us this evening. It's a big moment for Monterey Bay, a big step in the right direction. Win number 1 this season as they take it 2-0 over Birmingham Legion. Final score brought to you by Cannery Row. My broadcast partner Marion Crowder and the rest of our outstanding crew, I'm Joe Malpa saying so long for now from Seaside, California. You can flip over and catch the end of Las Vegas Lights and Colorado Springs. The only other bit of action right now in the USL Championship. Monterey Bay celebrating win number 1. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.